Before we start to create the payload, we should first analyze the basic payload movement in Celeste. There are several basic movements. They are idle, run, jump, grab, climb up, slide down, climb ledge, and wall kick. I will create those movements with a single stage graph. Let's start to create the payload. First, we need to create an empty game object as the payload, and add a rigid body 2D component to it. The rigid body 2D component will make that game object under the control of Unity's physics engine, which means apply the gravity and collide with other 2D game objects in the world if the right collider component is present. Create another child game object for the movement stage machine, then add a stage machine component to it. Let's create another child game object for the sprite renderer. We also need to add a collision box for the payload object, to make it possible to collide with the level. We also need to set the scale X and Y of the sprite renderer object to 0.5, to fit the size with the collision box. Now we should create a component for the payload object. First, we need a folder to contain those scripts. Right-click, Create, then select Folder. After that, right-click on the Scripts folder. Create, select C# script to create a component for the payload object. Just call it character is fine. Then we need to add some basic private field into that component. For example, base max health, base max stamina, and base move speed for future use. We also need some public properties to access those private fields. Then add this component to the payload object we created before. After that, set base move speed to 4 and base max stamina to 5 in the component. Now let's create a testing level. Create an empty object, just call it level. Create a rectangle tile map, then drag that into the level object. After that, go to Window, 2D, Tile Palette to open the Tile Palette window. Click the Create New Palette button. Call it White Solid. Create a folder to store it. Then rename that file with a prefix. Create another folder called Textures in the White Solid folder. I have prepared a texture called TX Tileset White Solid. Then drag it into that folder. Select that texture and get back to the inspector. Change pixels per unit to 32 and compression to none. Then click the Apply button. Select the tile set and get back to the Tile Palette window. Drag the texture into the window. Create a folder called Tiles and click the Save button. Click on the white solid in the Tile Palette. You are able to see the grid and paint on it with a brush. Let's create a 10x10 test level. Get back to the inspector and add the Tile Map Collider 2D component to it. Change the position of the main camera and the payload object to coordinate 5, 5. Now, it's time to test our payload object. The payload should fall down due to gravity, but you are not able to control it right now.